Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at a map of the US, and in red is Illinois. Illinois is actually doing probably one of the worst states in the country, not only during the pandemic, but even before the pandemic. They were really struggling pretty bad. Well, it has gotten worse, not only for them, but 20 other states, which they're saying is really hampering economic recovery in the country. But we all look, we know what's prophesized, and America is never going to recover. That's plain and simple. It's just you got a lot of people that still won't accept that. So, this is Illinois policy December 3rd, 2021. Illinois among 20 states dragging down U.S. economic recovery. U.S. economic growth has slowed in wake of the pandemic as state economies struggle to rebuild to pre-pandemic levels and business investments decline across the country. According to advanced estimates from the Bureau of Economic Analysis, U.S. economic growth declined 2.1% nationally between July and September 2021, down from 6.7% during the second quarter. Contributing to the slowdown are many factors. Number one, we know the pandemic. Number two, the worker shortage, the supply chain chaos, and unexpected surges in prices, which is inflation. But another factor is Illinois, which, along with 19 other states, is dragging down the national recovery. Their economies remain below pre pandemic levels. Illinois had the 13th worst economic contraction in the country, with gross output shrinking by 11.4% during the worst of the pandemic. At the onset of the pandemic, the federal government provided nearly $6 trillion in pandemic relief to states. The disbursements were accompanied by the Federal Reserve slashing interest rates to near zero to encourage spending and pumping money into the economy through monthly asset purchases. The value of goods and services produced in state measured by gross domestic products shows a smaller Illinois economy by 3.6% in the last 3 months of 2020 compared to the same quarter in 2019. The worst contractions were seen in the arts and entertainment recreation industry. They shrank by 63% compared to 59% nationwide. Accommodation and food services output declined 47%, while transportation and warehousing production fell 26.3%. I mean, these are all well into the double digits, both experiencing steeper declines than the US averages. Although the economy contracted in the first half of 2020, Illinois saw a personal income increase by roughly 6% for the year. This was because income from government assistance rose 40% across the state. Despite this increase in income, Illinois' economy remained 17 billion short of its pre-pandemic trend 6 months into 2021, as businesses and residents still struggle to recover from the pandemic shock. While states that depends heavily on international migration and tourism were most hurt by the pandemic, other states lost residents to states with relatively lower taxes and better amenities. States that benefited from domestic migration saw surges in labor supplies and housing demands. Okay, so states that recovered quickly, such as Utah, Arizona, and Idaho, boast the lightest regulatory burdens on businesses. They are states that are more affordable, business friendly, and impose less red tape to hurt job prospects. These states are all near and even surpass pandemic employment levels. Another 11 states, including Arizona, Iowa, New Hampshire, Missouri, Montana, and Wisconsin, jump-started their economies by reforming their income tax systems to reduce residents' overall tax burden. Unfortunately, rising public pension costs hurt states such as Connecticut, Illinois, and New Jersey. While the federal bailouts help most state finances recover quickly, these states were less able to prevent business failures, to provide additional tax breaks for cash strapped businesses, or to avoid massive cuts in state and local government payrolls. Illinois' public employee retirement costs now accounts for nearly 27% of the state's budget, which throttles government ability to support the state's fragile economy. Illinois has tried to solve its pension problem with increased tax rates. Yet the pension debt grew to the state's largest. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. And plus, that state is going through quite a bit of a population decline. A lot of people are moving away from that state. So I don't know. America, I think, is still in big denial about the things that are happening. And I just found out that Omicron, they just announced the first case in my state. And in New York, I think there were 5 that were announced yesterday, but I personally believe it's a lot more than that. Those are just the cases they know of, but I really believe it's far more. But y'all, please tell me what you think. I would think a lot of states, the majority, are probably dragging down the economy. But please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.